Outfield acquisitions for the Braves pay big dividends in Game 1 of the World Series. We'll have your fantasy picks for Game number 2 tonight. NBA, 9 games on tap tonight, including the Thunder, who might just get struck by lightning on back-to-back home games. And we'll explain why and your fantasy picks, including the Super 15 on the Superdraft app. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our show. I'm Jim Ginocchio, former sportscaster with Turner Broadcasting at NBC Atlanta. And joining me from Los Angeles, Hollywood producer and one of the leading fantasy sports experts for the last 20 years, Mr. Ross the Boss. Hey, Ross,
everybody. I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk Superdraft Pro with you, Cowboy. Wow. World Series last night, Jim. You actually called it. I'm going to give you some props that you actually said that the outfield for Atlanta was going to be a difference maker. They were. It was totally revitalized after some injuries, and it actually worked out last night. And that outfield came through yesterday. And if you didn't take some of the Atlanta outfield, you're not a winner. But I did take the outfield. I listened to you, and I'm a winner.
Yes, and I won too. It was a beautiful thing. That's all I can tell you. You know, in sports history, we knew about the Four Horsemen from years ago. I never saw it because I'm not that old, but we also heard about in 2021's World Series about the four outfielders, and they are Jorge Soler, Adam Duvall, Eddie Rosario, and Jock Peterson. And man, I'll tell you what a difference they made last night. Soler became the first Major League Baseball player ever to lead off a World Series with a home run. I would have never guessed that.
I never knew that. That's unbelievable. And I like Soler. His multiplier was high too.
Yeah, because nobody knew about him because he just came off an injury. And because of the fact that there was the DH in the American League City, Soler was able to play. So that's why all four outfielders played. Duvall
and he came from Kansas City Royals, and no one follows that team. You know, who cares about Kansas City?
And he only hit 192 in Kansas City. So what a magic it's been since coming to Atlanta. Duvall, a 2-run homer. Eddie Rosario had a couple of hits and scored a run. And Jock Peterson had a hit. Those four gave Atlanta a 5-0 lead after 3. And they never looked back. It was over. It was all over at that point. And it was really amazing. Rosario came up with a defensive gem late in the game. Right. 6-2 Braves, Ross. I mean, what a game.
I can't wait for today. I can't wait to give my picks for tonight. Are you ready?
Yeah, well, I covered the good news. The bad news for the Braves, I couldn't believe this, and I'm sure you saw it. Charlie Morton was injured on a sharply ground ball by Yuli Gurriel in the 3rd inning. Ends up a broken leg. It's a right fibular fracture. He's out for the World Series, and skipper Snicker is going to have to make some rotation changes.
I mean, that's a horrible. I mean, he actually struck the guy out when he broke his leg, which is the crazy
Altuve.
Part.
Yeah,
I know he's 37 years old. I think Morton
37 going on 38. Just signed a $20 million deal.
I mean, it's unfortunately injury. I mean, I didn't know he broke it. I mean, he walked off limping, but I thought, he probably sprained an ankle. But wrong again. He broke his leg. He's out for the series. They said he might be ready for spring training next year. Right. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's just it's really unfortunate. I feel bad for that.
I do too. He just literally weeks ago, he just signed a $20 million extension for next season. So the Braves are hoping that he'll be ready to go for spring training.
Yeah, let's cancel the GoFundMe for Charlie Morton, folks. He doesn't need the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Charlie Morton.
Yeah, Charlie might still end up with a World Series ring if the Braves keep doing what they're doing. All right, Game 2 tonight. Max Fried takes the hill for the Braves. And, of course, Jose Urquidy counters for the Astros. Who are we picking tonight, Ross?
So Max Fried went to high school about 5 miles from my house. He went to Harvard Westlake High School with Jack Flaherty, Lucas Giolito. I mean, those are the starting 3 in high school. Wow. Can you imagine facing those 3 guys in high school, all on the same team, all professional baseball players? Unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, it's just crazy. So long story short, I'm taking Max Fried because I have a connection with him. I've known his family for a long time. Max Fried's multiplier is going to be 1.5 if you take him as a champion. I'm also going to take I'm not taking that many Astros. I think Max Fried's going to have an unbelievable game. I think he'll shut them down. But that's my, again, I got to take a side, folks.
And those left-handed pitchers for the Braves have really dominated.
Jose Urquidy, his ERA is astronomical, very high. He pitched like 1 inning in postseason. It's like his ERA is over 20. I mean, I have no faith in Jose Ureta, so I feel he'll be out of there by the second or third inning. I'm not even taking the starter for Houston. How about that? I'm taking Freddie Freeman, 1.6. Eddie Rosario, 1.75. Jorge Soler, you mentioned about him earlier, 1.95. And Adam Duvall, 1.9. If you've got to take an Astro, if you got to have one, take Jordan Alvarez. I feel he's the best hitter on the team right now. He's been destroying the ball. He hit a triple last night. I mean, he's been killing the ball.
And did you see that swing? I mean, it wasn't even a full swing, and he hit it off the wall.
I would take right now. I mean, Jose Ativa is horrible. I mean, he's striking out. He's getting out. He's not getting on base, which he should as a leadoff man. The Astros, I think, are kind of stunned they lost the first game because there were such favorites coming into this. Yeah. And I think now, I think Atlanta has momentum. I think they'll take game 2.
I think they will. I mean, and you know, what's really funny is they were showing last night. I thought this was interesting. And this is for people that want to play the sport, right? So Altuve plays second base. He's 5'6". Albies 5'8", and these guys are killing the ball. I mean, they're hitting it like Alvarez.
Yeah, I mean, Altuve, they always talked about his side. I don't know if you ever saw the photo of him and Aaron Judge next to each other.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like father and son. It's a very, you can Google it. It's a great photo. I mean, it's unbelievable that both these guys play in the same sport. But I mean, Altuve was making unbelievable defensive plays last night. I mean, he's definitely one of the best second basemen in baseball, but he's not hitting like one right now. He's playing defense great, but that doesn't help me in fantasy at all. So you gotta listen. I like the Braves, and I think they'll destroy the Houston pitcher tonight. And I love Max Fried. I feel that he's definitely going to have a good game tonight. I feel 6 innings, 1 run, 8 strikeouts. You heard it from me first, Ross.
Wow. All right. There's the prediction. All right. Let's talk NBA. We got some fantasy picks for that. 9 games tonight. Hey, Ross, I kind of feel bad for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So last night they lose at home to the Warriors. Tonight they host the Lakers. Who scheduled this thing for them?
Well, the Lakers are hobbling a little bit. LeBron James had a game. Lakers had a game last night, and LeBron didn't play. Lakers won. LeBron is a little hurt. Anthony Davis got hurt last night for the Lakers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Still had 36 points, 17 rebounds, and 4 blocks. But I mean, and then Russell Westbrook had his first great game with the Lakers. He had, I believe, like 33 points, like 9 rebounds, and a bunch of assists. But that all being said, Davis did hurt his knee a little bit. He came back in and played. I don't know the extent. He may not play that many minutes tonight. LeBron James is coming off a game where he didn't play. So I don't know how much time these guys will play, especially playing Oklahoma City. The Lakers should blow them out, I believe, but who knows? And I think we'll see a lot of Westbrook tonight. I think he'll have a lot of points, a lot of rebounds.
All right. So with all that, who are your picks for tonight's 9 games?
Listen, I'm taking the Greek Freak as my $5 pick. $4. I did what I did today. I did like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's how I picked it today.
Yeah, it's a Super 15 tonight. Yep.
Yeah, Super 15. There's a $15 salary, so you only can spend $15. My $5 pick today is the Greek Freak. I think he'll have a huge game tonight. Then I'm taking Jason Tatum of the Celtics. He's been throwing up points like crazy. He's been unbelievable. I mean, he should be a $5, but they have him at 4. At 3, Jay Morant. He had like 40 points against the Lakers a couple nights ago. He's at $3. That's a big steal. And then he gets assists. Van Fleet is $2 for Toronto. And I said this guy before, and he had a great game, is OG Adenabi for Toronto. He's $1. But if you also want to throw in Butler, he's $3. Westbrook's $4. You could put those guys in the mixed bag too. But I'm staying away from James. I'm staying away from Davis tonight. Just because
even though they're playing the Thunder.
Yeah. Well, the injury factor. I don't think they're going to risk James getting that hurt. He's even questionable tonight. I mean, I think he'll play, but just stay away from LeBron James. But again, I mean, those are my picks for tonight. I think. I mean, Van Fleet at $2. That's a gift. I mean, it is. He's going to start hitting some threes. So watch out.
Yep, absolutely. So there you go. 9 NBA games tonight. Game 2 of the World Series in Houston. Make sure you guys watch it. We'll cover it tomorrow and probably talk a little NHL tomorrow as well here on Superdraft.
Well, tomorrow is the big game that I can't wait. Is the Cardinals versus Green Bay. And Green Bay is missing two of their best receivers. So I have a lot to say about tomorrow's game. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
Devontae Adams out, Lazard out.
Out.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
I
So
mean,
that's going to be
it's not
incredible.
officially. I mean, again, some things can change by tomorrow. So
Right.
we'll keep
Based
you guys
on
updated.
testing. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's going to be interesting. So we're looking forward to bringing it all to you tomorrow. Guys, have a fantastic day. For Ross the Boss in Los Angeles, I'm Jim Ginocchio in Atlanta. We'll see you tomorrow.